All right, and welcome back to another Victoria Events with Caleb Shaw. It is Monday, March 18th. Today is episode 145, and I just wanted to take a minute to acknowledge that fact. I wanted to thank my crew. I wanted to thank everybody that's been here with me from day one. We started this with humble beginnings. It started at sitting at my desk, recording with a webcam, and then we moved from there to my conference room, and then we just kept growing and kept growing. And today is episode 145. We're very proud of that. And again, I just want to thank my crew and everybody that's put in the work on this, because there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes. There's a lot of work that goes into this, a lot of planning, all that stuff, and it's special to us. And episode 145, it's a milestone. I just wanted to say thank you to my crew. Thank you to everybody that watches. We appreciate you. And on that note, we have a great guest, and I'm excited to introduce it. It's her first time on the show. So without further ado, young lady, if you wouldn't mind, please introduce yourself and let them know who you are here with today.
Awesome. My name's Helen and I'm with Red, White, and Bulls. We're a nonprofit who work to promote and improve the lives of wounded veterans and first responders in the community.
Yes, ma'am. And we are fans of your event. We snuck out and filmed a Meet Victoria on you guys. I think it was the first or the second one you guys had going. So. And it was a ton of fun. I still remember Moroccan Nights, the bull you guys put me on the back of. I won't be doing that twice. In case you were wondering, no, those PBA bulls or whatever they're called. Nope, not for me. That was spooky but fun. But you guys put on a great show, and that was years ago, and this thing has just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. Tell me a little bit about Red, White, and Bulls, and what can people expect when they show up to one of these events?
So we start out with mutton busting, so we get our little kids out there. We get the first 20 who come in the door and sign up. They get on sheep, and we let them ride just like they're riding bulls, but they're on sheep, followed by 30 of the baddest bulls you'll ever want to see, with some PBR qualified and champion riders get on there, and we have a great bull riding. Our intermission event is kind of fun. We do Zorb balls, so we do what's called redneck rodeo. So we put people in these big Zorb balls, and then we turn a cow loose or a bull loose with them to kind of bop them around.
That's some brave individuals right there.
Yes, it is.
That's fun to watch, but I don't think I could be talked into that. Go stand in a bubble in front of a bull. No, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Me too. And then following the bull riding, we have a concert this year. And so our concert this year is featuring Jarrod Birmingham opening up for Kyle Park, followed by Jason Boland The Stragglers. It's going to be a great event.
Man, any of those could open by themselves and not even for somebody else. That's an amazing deal. Yeah, to piggyback on that, we were blown away, and this was years ago when you guys were still just trying to figure it out. One, by the bulls. Like, I had never been to a PBR, with PBR bulls before. And both him and I, we were filming the shoots, we were doing this stuff, and what a scene. I mean, those guys are athletes, they're studs. I would not want to get on the back of those bulls, but I mean, these things were jumping all 4 feet off the ground. I mean, it was insane, but the stands were full, people were excited, everybody was having a ton of fun. And the whole point is you give back and you serve and you're helping wounded veterans or law enforcement or those type of things, which is definitely something we can get behind. How do I make it to this thing, though? Because I know it's going to sell out. I know it's going to go fast if it's not already sold out. Right. What is the best? I'm sorry, go ahead.
So we don't sell pre-sale tickets.
So I'm safe.
You're safe.
All right, because I'm a procrastinator here, so that helps.
Tickets at the gate. They're $20, get you into the bull riding and the concert. Under 5 and under are free, so it's a family event.
My 4-year-old can go with me
Your
for free.
Your 4-year-old can go with me for free. We have vendors that are going to be set up in the lobby, so we've got stuff for everybody. So if your wife is not really into the bull riding, she can go shop while you watch the bull riding. And then the concert is, of course, for everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
We've got merchandise available of our own, of Red, White, and Bulls. And so we have stuff for the kids. We've got straw cowboy hats and T-shirts and jackets and all kinds of good stuff. So we'd love for everybody to come out and get behind us.
And again, to piggyback a little bit more, this has just turned into, Brackenridge is a pretty big event center to be able to hold this. And you guys, even years ago, just stuffed it to the max with people and excitement and all that stuff. So I'm glad to hear for somebody like me that procrastinates to the last moment, I can still sneak in there and get a seat. Do you guys have any VIP stuff or things like that? If I wanted to go bougie and go big this year, surprise somebody, do you have anything like that?
So we have VIP tickets, but the only way to get a VIP ticket is to sponsor the event. And all of our sponsors, are already done for this year.
What a great problem to have, though.
Yeah.
That's a good problem to have.
So they get, and if you want to sponsor next year, if you get with us, they'll have my phone number up later. But you get first class seating. So around the arena, we have platform seating. And so all of the VIPs are sitting on the floor with the bulls.
Right there, huh?
Right there at the very chute where they're coming out.
How cool.
Same thing with the concert. You're right up front with the artists. So if you want to sponsor next year and get that VIP
That's the way
treatment,
to get the VIP.
that's how you get it.
And I remembered when we were filming there, the VIP guest, and I remember, wow, that's a good spot. And so that's good to know. And it's a good event to get behind if you are a company or an organization
Exactly.
or even an individual that wants to get behind and support something like this.
Right.
And
And if you can't afford our sponsorships and you still want to help, our webpage is up now and we have a donate button. So if you want to donate to the cause anytime, you're welcome to go to the webpage and donate.
outstanding. Well done. We appreciate this. I'm glad to just see it getting bigger and bigger. The concert's going to be, all of it's going to be awesome. And this is a great deal. Is there anything I'm forgetting to tell the people?
I don't think so. March 23rd, gates open at 5 o'clock. Event starts at 6. We're going till 1 a.m.
That's right. This Saturday, March 23rd, I always say it wrong. Brackenridge? How do you say it?
Brackenridge.
I like Colorado, so I say Brackenridge, but it's Brackenridge Main Event Center in Edna. Again, gates open at 5. Mutton busting gets right going at 6. And then followed by that bull riding.
Yep.
So, and the guys jumping in those suits God bless them. God bless them. All right. Young lady, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate all that you guys do. Let's take a quick break for our sponsor and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back. I'm probably a little bit biased about my next guest, but I'm still going to let her introduce herself and who she is here with. So, young lady, if you don't mind, who are you here with, and if you would please introduce yourself.
My name is Jenny Shimek, and I'm actually here with Shaw Realty. I have been with you now for 3 months, I believe.
Yeah, it's gone fast.
I'm new to Shaw, but not new to real estate. I moved back to Victoria about 4 months ago.
You had a pretty good set of reasons, or double the reasons most people had to come back. But
double the reasons. My youngest daughter had twins, so I moved back to be with the grandbabies.
And I noticed that right away, that you were probably one of the proudest grandmoms that I've ever met. And I'm just excited to have you here because you've already jumped right in. You've made an impact. Your presence has been felt. And we're just glad to have you here.
Well, thank you. I'm
Yes,
glad to be
ma'am.
here.
And on that note, we are joining forces, us as Shaw Realty, with several other businesses in town. A bunch of our friends, Chop and Block, AJ Detailing, Cattleman Seasoning, Wallach and Volk. We are going to be joining up to feed veterans. This Wednesday, March 20th at the Chop and Block. We've done these events before with the Chop and Block and had a ton of fun doing them. And so we wanted to do another one. And so if you are a veteran, I know veteran and active duty don't go together, but we'll do both. If you're active duty or a veteran and you have served, come by the Chop and Block this Wednesday from 11 to 1 a.m. or 11 to 1 a.m. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. John runs some late hours. He does a lot of Chop and Block, but he's not going to be there at 1 a.m. So 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. We'll be feeding veterans out there. We're going to be doing pulled pork sandwiches, all the sides.
All the sides will be there.
Yeah, and so it's going to be fun. And more than anything, it's an opportunity for us to say thank you to the veterans, because without those people willing to sign their name on the line, risk it all to protect our freedom, our democracy, all those things, it doesn't exist. And this is a small way that we get to join forces with other local businesses that also want to say thank you and honor veterans. And so it's something we really enjoy doing. And so if you're a veteran, you don't have to have any money in your pocket. Swing through, let us know you're a veteran, and we're going to give you a pulled pork sandwich there, and all the sides, if I can get that out. I promise the food will be much better than my talking. But it'll be a good time. And they can meet you if they haven't met you yet, because you'll be out there serving with us, making us that happen. And so, guys, again, real quick, we just want to say thank you to Chop and Block, AJ's Detailing, Cattleman Seasoning, Wallach and Volk. They will be helping us to feed these veterans this Wednesday, March 20th, Chop and Block, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And on that note, once they've come through and these veterans have all got their sandwiches, done all this, but they're just ready to go get a house, to sell their property, and they need an amazing new realtor to Victoria, but not a new realtor, just to Victoria. How can they reach out to you? What is the best way to get in contact with you? All that good stuff.
You can call me, text me. The number is 361-465-0265. I'm available 24/7.
And she's not playing. She does a great job. She will be there to help you with whatever you need. And you can meet her if you haven't met her already this Wednesday, March 20th, Chop and Block, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Again, thank you to everyone that helps us do these events. We have a ton of fun doing them. But mainly, thank you to the veterans. Thank you to those who have served, who have made that sacrifice and taken that risk to protect our country. We appreciate you. Young lady, anything I'm forgetting before we wrap this segment?
Nope. Hope to see y'all there.
Well, and thank you for coming to Victoria.
Yes,
we are very
you.
excited. And again, you've done a great job. Your passion for what you do, it shines through. It's been great having you on the team. You're one of those that just jumped in and it just felt like you were a piece of the puzzle that we had been missing. And
Part of
you're
the family.
you're doing great. And so thank you for joining us. And we will take a quick break for our sponsor and be right back.
Since 1932, Wallach & Volk has been closing mortgages and doing it the right way. The reason why the Volks opened up a bank at the height of the Great Depression was because the bank needed to be opened at the height of the Great Depression. And it was good for the community at that time. A lot of the banks were going under. In order to keep that community sound and stable, it was something that they did. I think that that says something about who Wallach & Volk was 85 years ago. And the only way you get to continue to do it is if you consistently do it great. And we plan on doing this for another 85 years.
All right, guys, we are back. You know my next guest. It's been a while since she's been on here, but you know her, you love her. But just in case you don't, I'm going to let her introduce herself and who she is here with today. Boom, young lady.
Hi, I'm Claire Santillana with Crossroads Art House, the VTX Art Walk, and the Viva Texas Film Festival.
All of the above. Yes, so welcome back. It's been a while. We're glad to have you. And like you said, today you are here for the VTX Art and Music Walk. Mm-hmm. For those that just have missed all these other great events that you've done for this, what is that and why is it so awesome and why should I go?
Well, we curate local artists to go inside of businesses. So they're going to be inside of about 20 different businesses. And this is the biggest art walk we've ever had.
That's outstanding. It's been steady every time, just boom, boom, boom.
I think we have 62 artists.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
I didn't know we had 62 artists in Victoria.
I'm not going to lie. I thought about shutting the registrations down. I've never cut them off, and I truly thought about it a couple weeks ago. But then I had some gracious business owners downtown step up to the plate, one of them being First United Methodist Church. They're going to have a bounce house, and they're going to have free goodie bags and popcorn.
Oh, outstanding. Well, what a ton of fun. And so this is the biggest one you guys have had. Mm-hmm. For somebody that just has no clue, I just moved to Victoria today. What the heck is an art walk or music walk? Okay. What is this? Tell me, give me all the grand details of what this is.
It's going to be fun. So
all right, talk to me.
Around the City Hall area, there's going to be an actual cover band, Carbon Lily, sponsored by Victoria Fine Arts Association. And they're awesome. You can look them up. And then you're going to be able to go into different locations, hear music playing by live local musicians, and see local art. And our artists are talented. So I had a lot of trouble this time curating it just because everybody's so good and everybody's stepped up to the plate. Just the artists that have started in 2021 with me to now, the growth that I've seen is phenomenal. And it's just such excellent art to look at.
Well, that's what happens when you give them an outlet to display their art and do these things. I would argue that their performances and their work improves because they have outlets and they have places to put it, and, and it's exciting. And hey, for next year's art walk, I'm going to do this, or and it motivates them and inspires them. It gives them something more to. If I knew I had a gig coming up or someplace to put it, it seems like if I had any artistic ability, I would want to throw it out there. I don't, but if I did, that would be the time. And so that warms my heart to see, because I know how much hard work you guys put into this, because most of us get the privilege of just showing up and enjoying it, but we don't see the hours and hours and hours and hours behind the scenes of trying to herd cats, per se, of the businesses, the artists, and it's a lot. And will this at all be, I know there's construction and stuff going on downtown. Is any of this going to be affected, or are we still able to get out and do all this to the best of your knowledge?
There's still going to be a trolley that will take you around because it is pretty spread out. So it's all of Main Street from Fasades all the way down to Leo J. Welder Center. A lot of businesses along there. Sip and Shine is doing a promo. I think they have like a special drink that day for it, all the way at Mitchell School.
Got it.
And all the way down to the Art League, because the Symphony is debuting their art show that they did for their 50th anniversary. That's going to be their launch for all the kids' art. So the trolley is going to be able to take you to all these places. And then First United Methodist Church. And the trolley's cute. It might be a golf cart.
Hey, either way, trolley, golf cart, both of them are pretty cool.
It's really cute and it's free. And that way, if you're like sipping along the way, you don't have to worry about driving or anything like that. You can just have fun and enjoy yourself. There's artists inside of Another Poor Decision. And
I'd say take it a step further if you're able. combine two things, get a workout in. Wear some comfortable shoes that you can walk in.
Yeah.
Get the best of both worlds where you can go out and see everything, but walk, get that fitness out there and all that.
That whole stretch on Main Street's a long walk.
Yeah.
And then, so it is worth it to take the golf cart to the church.
Don't try to be a hero, in other words.
Yeah, don't get stuck out there.
Yeah. Sometimes I overshoot the runway. I get a little excited and yeah, that might be better. The golf cart, trolley, that's a good idea.
But the whole stretch, I mean, you're going to get a workout going from Fasades to Leo J. And like
that is a little bit of a haul if you think about that. Yeah.
And then you have to get back to wherever. But it's worth it. It is well worth it.
But I bet you if you're breaking it up into little things and you're hitting all these artists and businesses on the way and really seeing, what our small businesses and downtown has to offer.
Yes.
You can break that up and it while you're going a long ways, it might be just real quick because it's just one spot to another and all the action going on.
Right.
What am I forgetting to tell people about this thing?
If they do attend, we have sections there's a map and there's sections where you get a stamp. You don't have to go to every single all 20 stops. It's like stops 1 through 3. If you go to one of them, you get a stamp and there's prizes.
Outstanding.
And so we give those away every quarter that we do an art walk. And there's some good prizes like $50 gift cards. Sometimes we have $100 gift cards. We have art as prizes.
Outstanding. Yeah. It just keeps getting better and better. Well, that's spectacular. And that's this Saturday, VTX Art Walk and VTX Art and Music Walk, if I can say that correctly. 4 to 9. Get out there. What is the best way for them to check out all the events, follow things, if they have questions and they want to message you, if maybe next year they want to also be in on your improving list of artists? What is the best way to follow all of this action and excitement and keep up with it?
You can go to vtxartwalk.com or VTX Art Walk on the Facebook page, Instagram. I don't think we have a TikTok. Just Facebook, Instagram.
All right. You're not missing anything on that. You can just stick it there anyway. So that'll work. Facebook, Instagram, you guys have always been real receptive to people reaching out and all of that.
Definitely. Yeah.
And so, you guys do a great job. I'm excited to see this. It makes me happy that it's getting bigger and better every year because that shows collaboration amongst everybody. And I think that's my favorite part of what you guys do with this whole deal is you do it for everybody. And instead of just saying, hey, you know what, I'm going to make my little thing good right here. You're working on high tide, raising all ships there, and I think that's good. And so, way to go on that. Anything I'm forgetting before I let you go?
No.
Well, thank you for coming on. It's been a minute. We're glad to have you back. Let's take a quick break. We've got a really, really, really special guest next. Quick break. We'll be right back with him. Hey guys, I'm super excited. Our next guest swung by early, recorded a great track of one of his songs from his upcoming performance this week at the VTX Art Walk. We're excited to be joined in studio by Judah Gonzales. Enjoy this performance and we'll be right back with the interview.
It's 2:45. There's no one in the place except you and me. So set 'em up, Joe. I've got a little story I think you should know. We're drinking, my friend, to the end of a brief episode. Make it one for my baby, one more for the road. I got the routine, put another nickel in the machine. Feeling so bad, can't you make the music easy and sad? I could tell you a lot, but you've gotta be true to your code. Make it one for my baby and one more for the road. never know it, but buddy, I'm a kind of poet, and I've got a lot of things I'd like to say. And when I'm gloomy, won't you listen to me till it's talked away? Well, that's how it goes. Joe, I know you're getting anxious to close. Thanks for the cheer. I hope you didn't mind my bend in your ear. But this torch that I found, it's gotta be drowned, or it soon might explode. So make it one for my baby, and one more for the road. The long, so long, long, very long.
All right, guys, we are back. I know you enjoyed that amazing performance as much as I did, and that's just a recording. You gotta see this kid live. He does a phenomenal job. But for those that don't know, that have never met him, my dude, please introduce yourself and let them know who you are today.
Yeah, hi, my name is Judah Gonzales. I'm a singer and an actor, and I love what I do.
What?
And people also love what I do.
They do. That's the
Yeah.
God's honest truth. I was blown away by you. I have to admit,
Thank
I am
you.
probably your biggest fan.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I am. But see, I get to see a lot that other people don't. You know, I've got to see you over the years. Kind of, you know, I know you're still a young
Right.
man, but you're
Yeah.
an old soul, you know, and I've gotten to see you grow into this. And I would argue that most people I know around your age listen to just terrible music. They do.
I would know,
It is
yeah.
what it is. And, you know, it is what it is. But
Yeah.
here you are, a young man, and you are listening to Frank Sinatra,
Yeah.
the classics, all this old stuff, and not just listening to them. You're going out and performing them. Which,
I am, yeah.
You know, it's crazy to me that you even listen to Frank Sinatra, much less go and perform it. But I think it's
crazy to
awesome.
me too.
Where did this interest come from? Like, where, you know, what made you wake up and be like, hey, Dad, I think I'm going to go see some Frank Sinatra at a restaurant and perform for a whole place? How did that kind of journey get going, and what led to you ever wanting to walk out on a stage and perform Frank Sinatra and stuff like that?
Yeah, no, I've always been a singer. I've always had that talent. I've always just been trying to find my genre for a very long time. At first, it was alternative rock. I later realized I don't really sing that way. I kind of, I sang worship music. I was on the worship team for my school and my church.
So you're on the worship team at your church. You're doing a good job there. How did that lead to performing at businesses and restaurants and singing whole sets of Frank Sinatra?
Yeah, no. I just discovered him one day. I discovered the jazz genre, and I was like, hey, I like this. And I felt I was pretty good at it. I always kind of had it in me, the sense of professionalism, the vibrato.
So let me ask you this. Your very first set, when you're going to go perform at your very first restaurant, did you have a lot of nerves? Were you excited? Was it a nervous excitement, or were you like, Dad, I don't want to do this anymore? Or you just chomping at the bit, ready to get out there?
My first restaurant, I had already done a couple gigs outside for private events, but my first inside a restaurant, I had to come up with a 90-minute set. I didn't have that prepared already because all I was doing was an hour set. That was pretty much it. I had 12 songs, and most of them were Christmas songs because the other gigs I had were Christmas.
Well, and let me put this in context for people that may not understand the significance of a 90-minute set, because when I found out you were doing 90-minute sets, I was shocked because if you go today and you go buy a concert ticket to your favorite performer, pick one, whoever that might be, they generally perform 90-minute sets. And
Yeah.
these are the headline top performers in stadiums, and they do a 90-minute set.
Right.
So for you as a young man, you know, when I first saw you and I first heard you were doing this, I thought you went and did 2 or 3 songs, called it a day, hey, went home. Not 90-minute sets. That's insane, you know?
Yeah.
And you know, again,
I had it coming.
Yeah, you picked a mountain to climb right out the gate, but I'm a big believer in if you just jump into the deep end of the pool and you just go right after the hardest stuff first, it makes everything else in life kind of easier. And I mean, you jumped into 90-minute sets of Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
Brother, I mean, that's a heck of a starting point, you know, and what excites me for you is it's just a starting point, you know, and you're just getting going. And so you are, if I understand correctly, you were taking private bookings. So
I am,
if I'm throwing a party or I'm a business owner that wants some Frank Sinatra or other quality entertainment, I can book you, correct?
Correct. Yes, I'd be happy to.
Outstanding. So on that note, what is the best way for people to follow you? You have a Facebook fan page that I can keep up with all your performances on?
Yeah, I have a Facebook page. You can reach out to me and...
That's it.
But yeah, that's it. Just reach out. I'll say, yeah, sure, I'd love singing.
Well, you do a good job. You also do some theater.
I do
You've been
theater,
active in Theater Victoria and some other things. Where do you think the future holds? You going to be a big performing rock star artist, or you going to be an actor, or all of the above? Where do you think it's going in the future for you?
I say all of the above. I'm kind of planning on having a career of entertainment, you know, acting, making stuff, making movies, shows, singing and doing musicals, I guess, just whatever I can do with my talent, you know?
Absolutely.
Just have a career in what I'm good at.
And
basically.
you know what? And you can. By doing it just what you're doing right now.
Thank you, sir.
Grinding, work, because that's a thing I want to end this with and really emphasize is this is hard work. It's fun. It's enjoyable. I like to perform also. You carry a stage, you carry a crowd, you do the whole thing. But there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that go in behind that. The hard work to make sure that you show up. You know, you give up your nights, your weekends to practice when probably most of your friends are out there running around, not the streets, but the neighborhood, having fun, you know what I mean? But, you know, but here you are rehearsing and practicing and planning. And so you take this serious, and I'm excited as a fan of yours to have seen the progress that you've already have, but I know it's only the beginning. And I can't wait to, you know, next Shaw Realty Christmas party or something we have. I know who the entertainment's going to be, and I'm proud of you. You do a good job. And like I said, I am your biggest fan. And I forgot to tell him, you will be this Saturday at the VTX Art Music Walk. You're going to be singing at Things That Match Boutique from 6 to 8 p.m. And then again at a Mother's Day brunch hosted by Golden Crescent Casa. You're going to be playing at that as well. Man, you got a stack calendar already. But people can get out again this Saturday to the VTX Art Walk. Check it out. Our last guest, we kind of went through it. There's all sorts of great things going on. But the man himself will be singing at Things That Match Boutique, 6 to 8 p.m. Go check out that 90-minute set that he does. Like I said, he's an old soul making it cool again. And so, brother, anything I forgot before I let you go?
I do want to say something. It's been a lot of fun, you know, doing performing gigs and stuff like theater. One thing I've learned, which I kind of want to end off with, is that it takes a lot of hard work, like you said, to do these things. But I've had to learn, as long as you do it, as long as you commit, and as long as you believe in yourself, it's really fun. Like at the end, like I remember doing Little Mermaid. I was stressed out. It was my first main stage play, first main stage musical at that. It was hard. But at the end, it all paid off. It was so fun. I got to meet great people. So for those of you out there who want to be like me, I guess, who want to perform, all it takes is hard work and commitment, and it all pays off, and it's all worth it.
And you can do it.
Yeah, you can do it.
Absolutely.
If you believe in yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
well,
if you believe in your talent.
Judah, I'm proud of you, brother, because I was half as talented as you were growing up, and I had all these goals and all these dreams and all these aspirations, and somebody was like, no, you can't do that. Acting is not realistic. Do something else. And I took that dream away for many and many and many years. And if I could turn back, I would do what you're doing. And so that's part of the reason why, like I say, I'm your biggest fan, because you're not just talking about it, you were doing it. And you're right.
Appreciate you.
The discipline, as Jocko says, the discipline equals freedom. So by you committing and you putting in the hard work that you do and the practice that you do and staying committed to it, that discipline equals your freedom to go out and have fun. So when you finally hit the stage, you get to enjoy it because the hard work's done. Now you're to the fun part. Now you get to go sing for that crowd. Now you get to hear the applause. Now you get to hear all the hard work that you put in for that nobody sees behind the scenes. And so I'm proud of you. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, sir.
Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Go check this little dude out singing at Things That Match Boutique, 6 to 8. Frank Sinatra and a whole 90-minute playlist of awesome jams. You're going to love seeing him. He's booking for April. Judah Gonzales. Thanks so much for tuning in. We will see you soon. Talk to you soon, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, like and follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And if you want to be featured on one of our shows or be one of our amazing sponsors, check out our website at meetvictoria.org. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you at the next one.